Pastor Basil.
Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Wonderful.
I think Arthur's also come on the line. I think so. And George and Merlin have come on also.
Yeah.
Yes, there's George. Yeah. Okay, great.
Hi, Basil. Hi, Chadwick.
Yeah, Uncle. How are you?
Yeah.
Very well, thank you. Nice
Praise
to be here.
God.
Yeah. Thank you so much for taking this time to just bring some clarification to us. Yes.
Yes, I'm more than willing to do that.
Yeah, fantastic. So, I think you are aware that we have had two-day sessions with Jeff Reed.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm aware of that.
So subsequent to that, we have filled up our forms with all our certificates, etc. And this was handed over to Rakesh Ben.
Okay.
To then
Is
hand
Pastor
it
Rakesh
over.
also going to be here in this call?
He is supposed to be coming on. I suppose he should be here any moment.
Okay.
Yeah. So he says to us that he has submitted 8 of our forms. We were actually 20 of us. Some have not given their forms. So 8 of us forms, he says, have been submitted.
Okay.
And he says that the cohort leader is Shelton Davidson. And
Okay.
and so the cohort will be formed. Only when that cohort is formed, only then we will get access to the cloud.
Okay. So what we can do is we don't have to wait till we physically gather.
Yes.
I can ask whether the cohort. So will this cohort be Master of Ministry or a Doctor of Ministry cohort?
Arthur, can you answer that?
I don't know. Mine is a Doctor of Ministries. I think it may be a mix of both.
It's a mix of both. Okay. Okay, perfectly fine.
Maybe.
Okay. So what we can.
Sorry, I'll just add one more thing and then I'll hand it over to you. We in Mumbai, we have printed 2 of these. This is one, the Acts.
Wonderful.
And this is the second one. I think this is only series 1. Yeah. So
is it only series 1?
I think it's only series 1.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
only series 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this morning you were referring to. I was looking at the index. You were referring to the Great Commission.
Yeah.
That is in series 3.
Yes.
So if you can just bring clarity to us as to how do we actually go about this whole thing, that will be fantastic.
Okay. So what we can do is for the sake of others who have also joined the call, Pastor Srikanth, you're there on the call, and Kingsley Uncle, are you there on the call?
Yeah, Chad, I'm here.
Yes.
So, Pastor Srikanth, we morning 3 hours, what we did was we reviewed the Acts, and then what we asked people to do is to continue writing. And if we want to join again, it's on the 26th of October. Acts is going to be done again. So basically, morning 2 hours is what we are intending for the overview. And if it extends a little more into the 3rd hour, and then after that, people have to start writing their competencies. That's how the workshop designs have been made. And now, actually, I'm meeting with the cohort in Mumbai. Who So
that's fine.
That is the
So then I will join the 23rd meet. Maybe offline I will take it with you. My assignments that I submitted, how we can take it forward, and how to make it more competent. Okay, Chad. Thank you. Thank you, Pastor.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. Uncle Kingsley, this will be specifically a Mumbai cohort meeting now.
Okay.
So if you want to join in, there is nothing special for Mumbai. So if you want to hear it, that's not a problem.
Okay. I just want to hear. No problem. Go ahead.
Okay. Sister Vilma from Sri Lanka, are you there on the call? Sister Vilma? Okay. I think we can.
So,
is Pastor Nilesh, Pastor Benny, all of them are from Mumbai, right?
That's right.
Wonderful.
Yes. Rakesh has joined the call also. So
awesome.
I'm not sure where Nilesh is from.
Pastor, Brother Nilesh?
I'm from Pune.
From Pune. Awesome.
I'm from Pune. Yes.
And which cohort are you from, Nilesh?
BSS, Vijay Mohar.
Okay. So this,
Nagpur.
I am actually addressing more of the Mumbai cohort. You can join in and listen in. That's not a problem. Thank you. Yes, Pastor.
Yes.
Say something,
Sister Vilma.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Sister Vilma's husband is there. Edwin is a pastor. So, on behalf of the pastor Edwin, Vilma is there.
Wonderful. Thank you. Wonderful. So Pastor Basil, over to you.
Yes. So if you can bring us, please, clarity on how do we actually use these books and how do we go about things.
Okay.
That would be very helpful.
I will help you with that. First and foremost, it is important, Pastor Ben Rakesh, that if 8 people are there, I think if they are enrolled, we can get access to the cloud. Pastor Ben?
Okay. Basically, we asked the form. This is the new cohort of Pastor Shelton Davidson. So we asked the form. There is a 20 pastors on the board. So at least around 8 to 9 form I received, and I already sent the form to Steve.
Okay.
Rest of forms are on the way. Few pastors, they promise they are going to give very soon. Not only form, along with the form, other documents. So that is there. Now, before pandemic, this code got confirmed after sitting twice, thrice. So just that was a format to collect the form and to send to the Steve, and then could have received the clouds. But a little bit because of the pandemic, some of the way we got stuck with the one meeting supposed to be there in the Mumbai. So still, I send the form, and few pastors are very active, like Pastor Basil, Pastor Merlin, this is George, and all they are quite interested. So just step by step, we can take them, and you can suggest them what they can do.
Okay. So what we can do is, Pastor, so sometimes the cohort does not start off well because some of them are not giving the forms on time. So one of the things is to call it phase 1 and phase 2 of the cohort. So convince Steve saying, okay, these 9 people have given the forms. They are ready. Let's start with these people. So can you do that, Pastor Ben Rakesh?
Yeah. Already I sent the form to Steve.
Okay. So then can you work with Danny and make sure that we are actually getting the BILD cloud access for these people?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So that will help get all of the, I don't know, did Pastor Basil just drop off the call? I think I don't see him.
So yeah, he just dropped off the call.
Okay. Should we wait for him or no?
Let me just check.
Even Pastor Arthur Tangaya was having the little bit tough time regarding the Tamil literature.
Yes. In Pastor Arthur, Tamil are also available, but we don't have it in printed forms for sure.
But will you be able to release the PDF forms till then?
It is not a perfect translation.
Books
but
are
we
available.
can.
Chadwick, books are available in ECI seminary, Tamil books.
In Acts course, uncle.
Not Axel, other.
Yeah, first principles is
principles.
available.
First principles are
Is
available. Right.
available.
Okay.
Pastor Arthur, do you need the Acts course or first principles?
First principles is fine to start with.
Okay, perfect. Then can we, Pastor Uncle Kingsley, how much are we selling the books?
I have to check up with the Reverend Samuel Devkumar. Jay Kumar is in charge.
Okay.
Maybe I can.
Wonderful. So, Danny, can you actually coordinate with ECI and see if we can?
Yeah. Yes, Chadwick.
Yeah,
will do.
Pastor Benny, Basil Pastor has power issues, is it?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. No issues. Okay.
You can unmute and ask the question. Unmute yourself.
Yeah. Danny, can you actually coordinate between Ben Rakesh Ben, Uncle Kingsley, and yourself and see how we can have the. Pastor Arthur, will you be wanting to print? Then, if it is printing, I can actually send the PDF to Rakesh.
No,
Ben.
we will not be printing. We have only a small number.
Okay, so I think if you can tell me the numbers.
Right now we require 4.
Four.
I'm having a mix of 4 books.
Okay, 4 books. Then that's not a problem. We can, Danny, can you coordinate that with Kingsley Uncle, and then we can.
Okay, Kingsley Uncle, you know my number, Uncle? You know my number?
99628.
Okay.
5445.
5445.
I will put you with Reverend Samuel Jayakumar. He has got the books with him.
Okay.
I just send you a number to me. I will send his number. You can directly talk to him.
Okay.
Through WhatsApp. That can be done. He can directly send it by parcel to Reverend Arthur Tangiya. No problem.
Okay.
That's all.
We'll do that. We'll take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Pastor Basil is coming again, I think. Good.
I'm so sorry our power shut down.
No issues.
Yeah.
No issues. So how can we start? So what I'm thinking is I've already spoken to Pastor Rakesh Ben, and with all those who have already submitted the form, we can call it the phase 1 of, what are you calling this? New Life Fellowship? No, it's not New Life Fellowship cohort because it's beyond New Life Fellowship, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Hello, all the New Life Connect.
Okay, New Life Connect. Okay.
And Basil, what do you? How is it?
I have no problem about a name, George. I'm happy. New Life Connect, no problem.
Actually, Pastor Shelton is the leader. Pastor Shelton is a leader, and under his coordination, whole this code is there.
Okay,
let's go with that. Most probably Lancy and Pastor Shelton having the opinion to New Life Connect.
We are happy. So Benny and myself are from Covenant Blessings. Arthur is from GMI.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I have no problem.
Yes.
So let's go New Life Connect, and let's call it phase 1. There's 8 or 9 people, because sometimes I have seen in my experience, forming the cohort and getting them to give the certificate, everyone takes their own sweet time. So for that, let's not delay all those who have already on the move. And so let's get them started. So Pastor Rakesh Ben, can we write a mail to Steve? And I will also follow it up with Steve and make sure that it is done.
Yes.
So once that is done, what will happen is Katharina Slepper will keep connecting with you, Pastor Rakesh Ben, and giving you information that that these are the documents that are missing, These are the documents that are needed. So if you don't say, please process it, they're not going to take that bunch. So let's start. The first step is make sure that Steve passes it on. And if you are not getting Steve, please connect with me and Danny, and I will actually speak to Steve so that it's moving on.
Yes, yes.
Done. That's the first step. The second step is, yes.
Rakesh, I'm happy to help if you need any kind of sending or whatever. I'm happy to help because I think we have filled up our forms and whatever about 7-8 months ago. So it's been a great.
Actually, because of the pandemic, little bit got stuck. Otherwise, it could have been no problem. Other pastors should have give the forms because the 20 pastors on the board. So I thought maybe maximum form at least I could have collect and could have sent. But
Rakesh, Jesus will come back before they give their forms. Yeah.
So one of the things is emails and pandemic have no relationship with one another. And so I think online processes we can push, and some of them may not be able to find a certificate. It's a very practical problem with every cohort. So it's perfectly fine if everyone is not there. If we collect the first 8 or 9, let's start with them. But everyone joined the online call. So the next step, let's do the first step, online registration, get the BILD cloud so that everyone has an access to the cloud, because BILD works on cloud, basically. Especially with the pandemic coming, it is really pushing us to operate out of the cloud. The next step is, I would say, is Jeff, I need to ask BILD and Antioch School, is Jeff going to actually take the cohorts? That's the next step that we need to find out. Because the paradigm transformation projects for the doctor of ministry, usually Jeff takes them. And I can follow it up if it is needed. So I'm sure Jeff would need help. And I don't mind helping Mumbai. I've already told Jeff.
Yes, definitely we require your help, Chadwick. You are a most senior person and you know the familiar with the BILD. So many things are there. You have the good expertise within you. So definitely we require your help for the Mumbai court.
So I'm happy to work with you and move this forward. So what we can do is first get the permission. Is Jeff going to do PTPs? So with the PTP, if you're all on Doctor of Ministry program, then PTP. If not, we need to start off with the ACTS course. So if we are all in that place where we can start off with the ACTS course, I can also inquire if you need this in booklet forms. We in Chennai actually get it from one source which is called the Born Outreach Network in Bihar. They have printed. I can find out if there are books that we can order, and if we need Unfolding the Great Commission, can I order?
That'd be very helpful.
Yeah. So can I order 20 of them, and each of them are costing around 50, I think, somewhere around 50 rupees. So I can source that out for you.
Chadwick, little bit update of Mumbai New Life Connect cohort. When the last we met the Jeff, that time he introduced the Acts, book of Acts. And all the pastors and all the agree to print the Acts book and the first principle, English and Hindi. So we already printed here in Mumbai, that is 100 copies of the Acts book and the first principle series 1, English and Hindi, 100 copies. The rest of things we don't have at all. Yeah.
Wonderful. So what we can do is, now we have this Acts binder, which is good. You all have it. This is a simpler form of it. I can help just because it's just 50 rupees. If those who want it, I can help source this also for you. So it's easier for you to go through. So these are the two things that are needed. for the Acts course. And what I can do is, because you're starting out, Mr. Rakesh Ben, if you are willing to coordinate or you assign anyone you coordinate, I can come back and help you with even deeper understanding of Acts.
Yeah, no problem. Once
After
once
that,
I will talk to Pastor Shelton, and what we can
yes.
do, the Pastor Basil and all. Maybe the once in a month we can meet on the online Zoom. At least some of the thing we can take the review, or maybe
Please.
what. So it could be the linked with each other. That is good for us.
So I'm willing to start this off and keep moving. At one time, you yourselves can manage the, because you get the pattern of it, because especially from Mumbai, and all of you are not at a level where it's going to be very difficult for you. If you get a little bit of discipline, and if we get a hang of it on Zoom calls, let's do Zoom, because we don't have, when the pandemic is out and I'm also able to travel, I don't mind coming to Mumbai, because I've been constantly traveling to Pune and Mumbai. So we can meet together physically too.
So,
but if we are going to wait only for Jeff to come, it's going to be very difficult, I think, now. So I think we can start.
Yeah. Can I have a question here? Can I ask a question, please?
Yes, Nilesh.
Yeah. Thank you for such an encouragement. I would like to know about the Acts binder that you mentioned right now, because I'm trying to write my competencies on the book of Acts. I'm still not able to start initially, and we really not have a proper cohort to go with. So I'm ready and willing to learn how to go about it. Could you please let me know?
Okay, Nilesh,
How
you are
to
part
get
of
it
the
also.
the
I'm part of
BSS
BSS
squad.
from Nagpur. Brother Ben and we actually know each other. So with Brother Das and the others. Yeah.
Brother Pereira, Edwin Pereira, and Sister Vilma. Where are you from?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you can.
I'm from Ben's cohort from Mumbai.
Okay, so you are in Mumbai.
This is the part of Vision India. He is the part of Vision India cohort.
Right.
Okay. Wonderful.
Okay, I've got a question. I'm with this cohort in Mumbai. Okay, but I have since we have a network of churches, I've got a group in Vasai.
Okay.
So when will those people be registered? Because they have completed the first principle 1 and 2, and they have completed Acts, and Pauline they finished 2 units.
Wonderful. So what is your plan, Pastor Rakesh?
Basically, he is asking for the BIMIN, because he himself is a register for the MIN with the DIMIN, but along with his team, so he taught them. So basically, he's asking the registration for BIMIN for their next level. So either this BIMIN registration, what to do? Still, we didn't receive any information from above.
One of the things that we can do now is, because the US, so this is a US, Antioch School is a US degree, and the US BEAM bachelor's degree requires general education, which is US standards. And so that is the challenge with the BEAMIN as yet. So we need to wait for BEAMIN, and so I'm already in connection with ATA with regards to our MN and all of that, so that we can have an Indian registration too. With all of that, I've been working along with Steve and Michael and Jeff on this. But with regards to BEAMIN, my suggestion is start off with the Antioch School Seaman. Seaman is simple, but while you are doing the Seaman, we'll figure out the BEAMIN, how we can offer it within India. Rather than waiting for BEAMIN to start, because it has a lot of technical issues. So what we can do is start off with the Seaman. Seaman courses: Acts, Pauline, Essentials, Leaders, Life to the Nth, Map, and Ministry Practicum. That's all. So that is at least 2 years easy course. So since you're already there, so first register with the Antioch School Seaman, with Rakesh, would you please write to them specifically? We really want an Indian beam. We are actually willing to start with the Seaman so that we'll have the Antioch School portfolio, the cloud access, all of that will be there. For they have done so much of work, but they don't have a place to progress. So please write that way and help them with the Seaman. Is that okay?
Yes, yes, yes. No problem.
And now when you connect
thank you. If that can be helped.
Yes, I think you've done fantastic work. I think we should start.
Yeah, because they are all asking like, what about when they will able to upload, because they have done their projects also.
Wonderful. So register with Seaman, Pastor Rakesh. And Pastor Rakesh, can you actually copy your mails to BILD Danny, so that Danny can actually, in case BILD is not responding, we can also put an additional. So there is a team that has been developing in India to actually help BILD US, so that we can help the Indian.
Yes, no problem. I can drop the mail to Danny, as well as put the this one to the BILD also.
So I now can I concentrate just on the Mumbai cohort that Pastor David Sheldon Davidson is going to take.
Please, yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yes,
There's one more, Pastor Nilesh. Pastor Nilesh, if you need an extra book, can Pastor Rakesh Ben help the Pune cohort, Pune brother, with one book? If he needs, can you help?
Yeah. We have the Acts book. If you want, we can help them. No problem.
Nilesh, Nilesh, who's you are connected? You are in Nagpur, is it?
No, I'm in Pune.
You're in Pune. Can I? There is other cohorts in Pune, nice guys who you can connect to. That is what I'm doing, and I'm helping now because I'm connected to many networks. Sometimes when we are having a cohort in Nagpur, the Pune guy has to go all the way to Nagpur to be part of the cohort.
Right.
If you are okay, I can actually introduce other cohorts that are happening locally, so people can join.
Right. Sure. I'm open for that.
Let me know, Pastor Rakesh. Accordingly, we can help. And please, Pastor Rakesh, send one book to Nilesh.
Yes. Okay, Nilesh, no problem. I will send.
Yes, super. Yes, sir. Please, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So Mumbai, can we fix a date where we can gather together as a cohort? I can write to Jeff and say, we are actually meeting this date. Is it okay if I can take it up and shape the cohort? You can continue to come and teach the cohort when you have the time and when you have the progress. So we can progress a little bit.
Yes.
So I would say I will give you a hang of the first principles and the Acts course. So that first principles is very simple. It can be done in all of our small groups. If you have your small groups, or so like New Life Fellowship has small groups. So if New Life Fellowship wants to do in small groups, let them do. Other churches, for your leadership team, start off with the first principles. Okay. Then we will make sure that this small booklet is there. So we process the small booklet so you get a hang of the larger binder. So, Pastor Basil, can I, Pastor Basil and Pastor Rakesh, can you both coordinate? I can give you my number.
That will be great, yes.
Yeah, good.
Is this book, Unfolding the Great Commission, available in Hindi and Tamil?
It's available in Hindi for sure. Tamil, I have to find, Pastor. In our church, we are in First Principles, 5th booklet only. So we have not printed it as yet in Tamil. But I think, Danny, we have all First Principles PDF, right?
Yes, Chadwick, we have.
Arthur, can I send the PDF to you so that you will have all the first principles? Initially, if you want to start, if you want to actually Xerox them and give, also is fine.
I provided already PDF file to the Tamil and Hindi and English.
Okay. So you
We
can
have
start
started
off.
that.
You can start off with the Xerox copies at least first. I will find out if Hindi Tamil copies are available of all the 13 booklets of first principles.
Under the Great Commission.
Unfolding the Great Commission. I'll find out, Pastor. I should find out.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I am going to leave Pastor Basil and Pastor Rakesh Ben to coordinate together and give me a date for where we can fix up a date for meeting together as a cohort.
So actually, guys, we actually misunderstood about this conference. So I think a lot of us have put down these dates for the next 16 days, Monday to Thursday. So if Chadwick is free, we can do it one of these days, if in the afternoon.
Yeah,
I need to look at my calendar for this week.
Okay. You tell us, and we can do it accordingly.
So can we? I don't mind doing it on the. Is 15th morning okay? I can actually. Is 15th morning okay for all?
Yes, 15th morning is fine.
No, actually,
what time on 15th morning?
there is a meeting, na? Leaders. There's a meeting 15th also.
Okay.
By the way, what I was thinking, see Chadwick, now let me go back to call to all the New Life Connect, all the 20 pastors, and we can see the all can together. Once you can means you will be the guiding them once, because here the only few pastors are there, 3, 4, 5 pastors are there. So other pastors will miss.
Pastor Rakesh, do you have a WhatsApp group of all these people?
Yeah. We have WhatsApp group. So let me check it out with all.
Yeah.
Pardon?
And if you are comfortable, you can add me into that.
Okay.
I don't mind.
That is okay.
Part of them.
That is
so
okay.
I can
that is no problem.
I see some of them very interested and wanting to move, so I don't want to lose that momentum.
Yes. Very true. No problem. I can add you also. And the possibility, whatever the meetings are happening, so let other pastors also should know, and they could join along with you, no?
So
they
on
also
that
will
group,
get the benefit.
I can suggest a few dates, and before that, I'm going to actually write to BILD today and tell them this is what because I don't want to do it like I don't want to hijack something. I will
no, not hijack. No, basically Jeff is leading the cohort, and Jeff supposed to introduce few faculties also. So maybe you also are the part of it. It's okay.
Yeah.
So we are waiting for the Jeff side, means from BILD side, to get some instructions. But because of the certain things, maybe we didn't receive some of the instruction, and this conference started, and because of this conference started, so we thought let the other pastors also get interact, because there's nothing to hide from anybody. So because of the interaction of this conference, then you came into the light to the other pastors want to help. Definitely, we also want somebody's help and maybe your help. So no problem.
Can we take this week as a week to get the admin side of it sorted?
Yes, I think if Rakesh is happy with that, I can step in for this admin thing, because Rakesh, in all fairness, I mean, George is here from New Life Connect. In all fairness, we have been beating this drum now for how many months? And even now, put this on the group, and only few of us have responded to come. I mean, I have taken 16 days out because I misunderstood this. I thought 16 days are there because our desire is to do this. But it is just delaying. And also there is an investment that we have done from in these books. It's a huge investment because we have got our own calls already ready to start. So Benny and I are together in our church, and we have already got people ready to start this whole thing. We're only waiting for instruction how to go about this, how to start. So I think just waiting for 20 people to say yes, I'm not so sure. George, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm also with you, Basil. What he's saying is, I think Ben, we should put a date. Okay, by this you don't respond. Whoever is ready, going ahead.
Yeah, basically, Pastor Bezel and George, already I sent your form to the US. That is not an issue. Other pastors are, I'm also doing little bit follow up, but the things are how they happens. But anyhow, we should have think about other pastors also. But at least my responsibility to take other pastors also along with.
But
Those
what
are
is
the weak. Doesn't matter. We can take them on. But
Yes,
don't
yes.
worry, you will
Those
not
who are
lose your
interested,
interest.
Rakesh.
I mean,
Yes, just for your information, then some of them have joined something else.
I know,
So
I know.
yeah, so that's what. Let's go ahead. See, if anybody is interested, they will somehow see, they would submit whatever is needed. So I think whoever is ready, let's move forward. That's what I'm with Basil.
Yes,
Whatever
yes, yes.
you're
No
saying.
problem, no problem. Now this is the chargeable time, and of course, Pastor Chadwick also there with us to help us. So why cannot we take the another takeoff for this?
I think it's time to take off. Let's do it.
Yes.
I just feel like it's needed, and we can move this further. So can you talk, Pastor Rakesh, please talk to Pastor Sheldon.
On 15th.
Yes, yes.
On 15th, can we go for it at 12 o'clock in the afternoon?
See,
because you have the first 2 hours you're doing something, right? From 10 to 12.
That's true.
So maybe 12 or 12:30 we can come on. George, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm okay. That's all. Let's tentatively fix it, and Ben or Basil, you put it in the group, and then available, they can join.
Yeah.
What say?
After, are you okay with that?
Yes, I'm okay with 15. I'm okay with 15.
For me, no problem. 12:30. You want to say 12:30?
Yeah. So 15th October, 12:30.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. So,
can you actually give me your email so when I'm actually communicating to Jeff and to Michael and to Nancy, I would actually include you in those directions. And Pastor Rakesh Ben, can you actually speak to Pastor Sheldon also that this is what we are planning? I don't want to do it apart from the leadership. I want to really flow with the leadership. So please, so that we have informed everyone, but we are not delaying any further.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, we have. Yeah, we definitely will talk to Sheldon. Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
One suggestion. One I thought like Chadwick may not be right, but if instead of 12:30, if we have at 9 o'clock, it will be good. Or else, if on the day if this training goes beyond 12:30, then
Danny, what I'm thinking is I am not going to depend on this Zoom call ID. We can actually create another Zoom call ID and work on it. So I can work on our church's ID or personal ID we can work on, so that it's not, we don't have to clash with official thing that is going on. That understood, Danny? So it's perfectly fine. So I will, once Pastor Rakesh puts me on to that group, on the WhatsApp group, I can post it there and we can have a separate ID and we will work on it.
Yes, you can do that. No problem.
Yes.
I put my email ID on the chat.
Yes.
Levi Mark.
Yes, I have already copied. I've copied Pastor Basil's ID also. So wonderful.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Is this giving some clarity?
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Pastor Rakesh, let's try all our 15 or 20 people to come on Thursday. If those who are not coming, it's okay. We'll fix another day. So initially it may take a little restart, but we will run for sure.
Run. Very good. Very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you for your time. Much appreciated. Yeah. God bless you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Chadwick.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Uncle. Thank you.
Bye. God bless.
Even the Pastor George, Pastor George, do you have any questions?
No. That's what this is. We just wanted it to start, and we are happy that we could have this meeting. I had already told Ben that we have already started the first principles. We were just waiting for this. So it is a good we had a good meeting, and so it's good that we'll be meeting on 15th as well. So you could put it in the group, and whoever is available, let them come, and we could go ahead. Whoever is there.
Yes.
Okay.
And Pastor George, you are from which church in Mumbai?
I'm from. Yeah, I'm part of Connect, New Life Fellowship Connect group.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful.
Davidson.
Wonderful.
So great. So Rakesh, you will also liaise with Chadwick for those books, right? 20 books or whatever
Yes.
books. Yeah, because I think for the Acts, that book is really key and important, like we heard this morning. Unfolding the Great Commission.
Danny, can we call SD Ponraj uncle and find out how many books are there?
Okay, Chadwick.
And maybe connect Pastor Rakesh or Pastor Rakesh, and if they can, it's going to be just 50 rupees. So 50 into 20 is 20,000. We can quickly do that.
And courier charge several lakh.
Courier charge also.
By the way, Pastor Chadwick, see, regarding that Great Commission book, that is a part of First Principle Series 3, right?
Yes.
So, because Mumbai, this one Connect cohort, it is not got introduced that Series 3, only got the First Principle Series 1.
Yeah.
And we are having the 4 books, 1 set.
Yeah.
Complete series.
That is
so
fine.
That's why so question was that, Basil, so if you want to do the assignment of Acts, is we require the that Great Commission, that Series 3, that book?
It is not a big requirement as such. You can always, if you have had BILD Cloud, it will be easy. This is, if you have the Acts book, that is more than enough. Unit 1 is what is needed. But that if you go to the smaller, sometimes it's, this is like a smaller initial getting used to. So that's why I am, BILD does not recommend that you should have this for this. This is my personal recommendation over teaching a few cohorts. And sometimes we find it difficult to start with all of it. This is easy read, quickly you finish, quickly you get a hang of the Acts, then you go, it's much better. So it is one small, it's a big step. Acts book is a big step. This is like a small intermediary step. It's not that you have to buy. You can actually, you can take a Xerox of your PDF too. But if anyone wants the book, if it's available, if you want a book, might as well supply. That's the process. There is no selling. There is nothing. So nobody is getting benefited in this process. So it's like sharing of resources. That's it.
We would like to have. Yeah.
Yes, we'd like to have. Yes.
Yeah. We would like to have it.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So let's
just to mention, in our cohort, we have a total of 84 English and 65 Hindi people.
In your cohort?
All of us together. Shelton's cohort, all together.
Oh, really? 85? Okay.
So that is including women.
No, Tamil is separate. 84 English, 65 Hindi, and 4 Tamil.
Yeah. So just to bring clarity, it's 20 of us came together with Shelton, and then each one of us has got our own people around us. So that's what Arthur is actually saying.
Yes.
Wonderful. I really love to see, because I have had interactions with Samir. Samir was saying that he was going to be part of it. Is Samir part of the group? No. From New Life?
Delhi?
Shannon.
No, Samir. From
Shannon. Samir from Shannon's place.
Yeah, Shannon.
Samir Khan.
Which Samir?
Samir Khan.
Because one of the Pastor David, one of the Samir with Pastor David.
No. Samir Khan from
Shannon. So last year,
Shannon.
2019, September. Yeah, September, I was with Pastor Shannon and the church in New Life.
Okay. Yeah, basically, I will give you clarity. Basically, Samir is with Pastor Shannon, and Shannon is a part of this cohort.
Okay, wonderful.
And Samir is a part of the Shannon's cohort.
Yes.
Awesome. Now I understand better. So we need to get Pastor Shannon into this mix then. All of that. Okay, wonderful. So I had a
so we'll
wonderful
try to
time
get
with
the
Pastor
15th.
Shannon. Awesome. I think we have clarity. So let's fix 15th, 12:30. Let's meet 12:30 to 2, and we'll figure out things together.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Thank you so much. Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
no problem.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Chadwick. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chadwick. Yeah.
Thank you.
And thanks, Basil, Benny, for joining.
Yeah.
And the George.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Pastor Arthur.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Uncle Kulatongan, Brother Victor Stanley, Prakash. Brother Victor, how are you? Victor Nandigam, are you there on the call? Brother Victor, are you on call? Prakash?
Yes.
Pastor Prakash?
Yes, I am Prakash from MVM, Maharashtra Village Ministries.
Awesome. Do you have any doubts, anything that you want to discuss?
No.
Yes, Brother Chadwick.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
I know that I heard that you're not doing too well, but we are praying for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Brother Victor, on the 14th at 5:30, we are all meeting together for the implementers meeting.
Yeah, I've seen the meeting yesterday. I will come.
Thank you. And please help us also with who I should be primarily in contact with for the New Covenant Didake. Who should I motivate and help? If you can tell me, I'll help you, Brother Victor.
Okay, brother.
Thank you so much. We are praying for you.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you.
Never miss.
Yeah, we are finishing the call today. Today morning, 3 hours, we had Acts course going. And I recommended others to continue on writing their competencies. Then Acts course, once again, we meet on the 26th. But tomorrow, Brother Richard Dinakaran will conduct the epistles, Pauline epistles course.
This morning I was there.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Dr. Jesrun Levi?
Yes, brother. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, brother Mohan. I'm from Warangal. Ekta Network.
Awesome.
Dr. Thinagaran Richard.
Wonderful. Is there anything that I need to help you with?
No, I'm doing back and forth. I sent already 2 of the competencies of Acts, and then I'm going to again, respond to some of the questions he raised. And then I'm on that job now.
Okay. Thank you. And
thank you.
Brother Dharmapal, the Victor Stanley Rajshekharan, do I need to help you?
No, I'm from ECI. From Uttarakhand.
Okay. No problem.
So I just joined.
Wonderful.
Just joined.
Should I help you with anything, Anand?
Right now, nothing, Mr. Chadwick.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Pradhan
I am
Pal,
Dharampal from Uttarakhand.
from Uttarakhand. Wonderful. In which part of
Yeah.
Uttarakhand?
Udham Singh Nagar, district Udham Singh Nagar, sir.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I have been to those places. I miss being there. You are with which network?
Pardon?
You are with Vishwavani or which network?
Yeah, Paul.
Which network are you part of?
And from NTC blood.
With NTC. Wonderful.
Yeah, NTC.
Wonderful.
Yeah, pass.
Nice.
Yeah, pass.
Great. NTC. Nice. And Pastor Matthews Verghese, you will be connected to Pastor Matthews Verghese then.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. Anan Kulatungan, should I discuss anything with you?
Hello.
And Solangan, you have any doubts that I have to clarify?
I just wanting to help me. I am a little outdated. What exactly the schedule the whole day from morning till evening? We are having one thing or other. What is it happening?
So no, basically a course. What we are planning to do is
Morning I
2
heard.
hours.
Yeah.
Get a hang of it. Then each one writes their papers.
Fine.
And any clarification that is needed, we'll have some fixed
time for clarification.
Clarification. So at 2 o'clock, Mumbai cohort wanted a clarification. That's why I came back. I finished helping Mumbai cohort. Otherwise, we have closed.
Now, I don't want to keep anything dark with Dr. Dinakaran when I clarify certain things.
Yes.
Because he should be also aware, because we are with his cohort, Mahayakta cohort. But since it is coming from maybe BILD level, I like to only get the different opinion view.
Okay.
And so then I can get back to him about what I heard. Is it okay? I can just start asking him.
Yes.
Number one, in 2007, when I got to know this initiative of this BILD, what I understood then, and through the year, what are several changes that are taking place. Being a little old generation person and with activities filled with so much, I'm not able to reconcile for the fact what I have initially understood and what are the changing trends that are taking place. So one or two I'll just place before you. So if you can just give your views, opinion, then I can get back to Dinakaran also. Number one, what I understood then was, it is not climbing up the steps of doing courses like course 1, course 2, course 3. In 2007, when it was explained to me, with your own ministry experience, wherever you are, whatever you are, you can come in from anywhere, like any subject that you are already involved in teaching, your importance of that subject that is valuable to you. You can come in and you can be accredited, or you can be valid, certified your competency on that level. Then finally they'll take up a stock telling, okay, how you have been able to do. It's a like global type, not a staircase type, 1, 2, 3, 4. But now I understand there is the dashboard talks about stage 1 and stage 2 and stage 3. This is a later development, I think, if I'm not wrong. What is the present setup? We have to follow this present one where you have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, or you can come in according to your own need and teaching practice. What is your opinion, sir?
It is one of the thing that is very clear is Antioch School is an accredited program of the US government. So you want accreditation, no accreditation. There are two systems that we can think of. One, if you need an accredited program. So in 2007, when we first met and spoke, we were all part of Gordon Conwell, Demon, and a BILD. So now you have a whole system called the BILD University system. And in the BILD University system, you have an Antioch School accredited program. The accredited program needs to go through all the things that are needed.
that should follow this procedure, this new one.
Yeah, this
If
procedure.
at all you want to have that accreditation.
Yeah. But if you need a BILD certificate, just one BILD certificate, along with Maharashtra or Mahaekta network certificate, we can do it in different ways. So the philosophy of the way of Christ and his apostles is not about getting a degree, although the degree gives us a lot of advantage of doing it proper and in a systematic way and in a very, very disciplined manner.
Okay.
If in case someone chooses that I just want to do an Acts course or I just want to do first principles alone for my network, it is still available. You can still do first principles alone with all the other things that you have. But if you want to get the Seaman Antioch, Beeman Antioch, no, Beeman Indians can't get because we have general education also. But if you want to do a Demon Antioch, then you have to do this way.
Okay. Fine. I think this may not be useful for all who are there. I don't know whether I can talk to, but still, it will clear some doubts. I think there are very few number. If you have time for me, I'll ask one more thing.
Yes.
Recently, they introduced about the semen concept.
Yes.
How did they arrive at it? They themselves have planned, or even some of our international leaders like you involved in bringing that concept of semen?
The semen is a step towards the Mn and the Demon. So basically, we have always spoken about the way of Christ and his apostles. How can it be delivered to people? The foundational courses. What are the foundational courses? Acts, Pauline, Essentials, Leaders. So these are the foundational courses that BILD has. So by the time you finish Acts and Pauline, you almost get the hang of the New Testament because you finished Acts and 13 letters of Paul. Essentials actually helps us to read the New Testament fully. So with Acts, Pauline, Essentials, you have a firm grasp of New Testament. On top of it, leadership is very important, and therefore leadership of the early church. So these are 4 foundational courses with life to the end. Life to the end gives you what is the purpose of your life? What is the purpose of your ministry? It's a personal development. Life to the end. And map gives you personal development. And you are engaged in ministry, and therefore you do the ministry practical. All of this together forms the semen. So it is something that it has been discussed, and with some of the, not just the Indian leaders, but the leaders from Latin America, the leaders from Africa, the leaders from different parts of the world were consulted before putting this together.
Fine, because I was not in the process of that. I'm not any big man there to influence, but then I'm a mission leader. See, in a context where I live, at least you may agree with me, those of them who already finished in the regular learning, the old paradigm of, you call it B-Men's or B-Men or M-Men and all. So for them to again go a little, the word certificate in mission, going back, certificate in ministry, the motivational aspect is a little bit being lost. After having spent this many years of our systematic learning, why we need to track back to semen? So maybe they may have to think through, but now they started up, we cannot help it. The only thing is, like, the cohort that we are forming, those who are freshly joining without any background of any of their either systematic training, theological training, or the experience, semen doesn't, they don't have that. This semen doesn't mean anything. They can definitely go a step out of semen. But those who have finished such a systematic learning and then going over this process of semen has got its own little setback motivation.
It has its own setback for sure, especially those who have already finished their PhDs in.
Exactly. A guy who has finished BGDM and MTH and he needs to go back and again come up to semen, means I think the motivation is lost. They said, "Arey, what is that after all? I can very well do directly to the, things like that." So anyhow, that is one issue open-ended. We can take some time whether we can meet.
In that situation, so the only problem that we have is those who have finished the systematic theology in a particular seminary has an understanding of systematic theology or has good knowledge. The way of Christ and his apostles is what we are trying to present, doing biblical theology, fresh biblical theology and theology in culture. That aspect, do we need our people to get? It's not dependent on the certificate at all. We want to deliver the way of Christ and his apostles, for which there are many certifications that we can do it under the BILD university system itself, where we give them a good understanding of the 4 courses and give a certificate. This is like a advanced certificate. We can plan that and do that.
Something we need to work out. I'm glad that this Indian level, the pandemic situation that is brought together. But 2009, yes. I proposed that we need to meet as Indians only, no need to go to Iowa and then get carried away by X, Y, Z. But I'm glad that we are starting now. So this should lay some strong foundation as to how best we can do. The philosophy I'm not...
I really think, Uncle, it has taken, say for me also, although you finished in 2009, to get the hang of things, it has taken some time. It has really taken time for us also to mature and handle these things.
Another major issue, maybe we can allow others to chat also. Another major issue that I've been going through is very first time when I met them, today morning you very clearly emphasized about studying the word. Studying the word. There is no question. We need to study the word deeper and deeper, repeat it. There's no question of not necessary to repeat. You can repeat as many times. So that aspect I am very happy we can go to the word. But then the referring to the scholars, they call it, resources to be mentioned. I still not convinced. I'm not still convinced about why should I only refer to those guys, maybe who have gone before us, written in their own context. When are we going to discover people like you, people like Dinakaran, people like Watson, people like several great men in our context who have understood the scripture and then they also come up with their own findings as a scholastic writing. And they said, well, that is what we are encouraging you guys to do so that from your own writing, we can have it, they said. But unfortunately, I do not have, like in the Bible college, there are some theses written by previous PhD students or whatever it is. So in the thesis, when you look at it, if you go for the bibliography, 95% they referred only the Western writers because they did not have the Asian or Indian writers. Okay, they somehow got it. Recently, some Korean thing is coming up. But, one second, I'll call you back. So, one of the research, any one of you who have finished already a demon, if you could at least take time to do, what are the available, our own scholastic writings that is there in our situation? Can we come up with the, not a glossary, but the bibliography, the resources?
I think this first step that we have taken is that some of the Indians are trying to help the Indian partners. That's the first step that we have. It has taken so much time for us to have the confidence that we can handle it, guys. The thing is, there are a few things that we have to really challenge. One is who's gonna give that time. So today, give the time now from amongst us as we develop this. So again on Thursday, Wednesday until 5:30, implementers are meeting. These are all the BILD partners. So this is the first time we are actually initiating an implementers meeting.
That's right. That's right.
So then we really, and one of the good things is there is no compulsion for us to meet together. If we meet together immediately, money comes into place. Zoom is there, very happy. I'm also happy. I'm not spending money, I'm spending time. I need to spend time, but I don't have the money to coordinate. So there are a lot more factors than just the solution for this is a lot more factors. There is a financial aspect also involved, one. Then when we start to move together, we can always, like how you're suggesting, truly speaking, beyond this, I am not having, personally speaking, I am not having time to even do evaluation of, I am an associate faculty. At this time in India, there are only 6 associate faculties. But the number of people who are loading so suddenly I am thinking, if all these people who are attending our seminars suddenly start writing because I'm encouraging too much, I don't have the time to correct those papers. So we don't have on one side, true, we are good, but we still don't have capacity. We need to build capacity within ourselves, within this nation, to deal with these things.
I understand. I am seriously considering to seek the Lord's wisdom where we can shortlist few senior leaders who have given their life for not only practicing what we are trying to learn now, planting churches and establishing and so on, who have also taken some time to write it down in their own level.
For example, Uncle, my thesis is still in thesis level.
Okay.
I need to operationalize it a little so that it will be useful for I can actually take one in the leaders course. For me, my demon was towards a conceptual framework for church leadership formation in urban South Asia, special reference to New Life Assumption of God Church. I'm sure for the leaders course, I can surely include 1 or 2 articles.
Exactly. That is my dream.
So like that, we can actually get what's in little, and we can include, and it's not possible. It is very much possible. But if we pursue what you're saying, if we in the implementers meeting, if we are pursuing it, we will be able to do this.
That's what I'm saying. We need to move towards that, because my concern is Jeff, no choice for him. He had an exposure of all that resources available in his own access. So you studied well and he brought all those things. Fine.
The process is doing theology in culture. So that is why Jeff is saying, Jeff and Michael and all are saying, now Indians do it for India. So I think you are not wrong at all. You are on the right format, but I think time is now. Till now we were not able to do. Now we are able to do it, and for our Indian system, because our writings we don't need Africa to follow, but at least in India we can.
Okay, I think that gives me a little hope where I can continue the journey with my cohort people. What we should see, like 10 years from now.
I'm also asking, and I'm speaking to Michael, that there are some people who may not actually fully do an Antioch school degree program, but still we need our leaders trained in the way of Christ and his apostles. Can we actually propose something just to get a basic level understanding of the way of Christ and his apostles? A certificate course, which may not degree, just like some. So that's the reason Jeff was suggesting executive education, which is not a degree course, but an executive education where
Fine.
the key.
So I think for our nation, for our developing our own leaders, we need to raise. We pray that God will raise more Jeff, more was here in Indian context, because it is not that. That is the only standard by which that we need to move forward. Yes, we need to move forward if we want Antioch school to certify. But then if we want to see that the concept of developing Christ-like leaders and establishing, that need not be our benchmark. We can come up with what is our benchmark, and we need to boldly go up to that, because suddenly they took a change that they want accreditation from ATA, which is a cold water to me. Why this has got its own distinctive standard already set. There is no need for them to come down in a way, down or up, or come to this level, because the church in India wants some kind of an accreditation. And well, the Sarampur is going through a lot of changes now. And the present leaders are evangelical in core, and they will be also very happy to think about some kind of an accreditation. Then this guy, Jay Kumar from Bangalore, that, no? Dr. Jay Kumar, who is having intercultural studies, and they are also developing some kind of a curriculum. So what I would say, leaders like Dinakaran, yourself, Watson, and all should congregate together, come up with this, some accreditation agencies like ATA, like IACCS, and even Sarampur Admission Bank. So need not necessarily be that Antioch school should come to seek accreditation by this, any one of this. But for our leadership in India, we can set a standard where this accreditation is quite fine. Then anybody want to still pursue for international level, they can go.
Yes,
That's what I
for that matter, even ATA
Yeah.
really wants it at a higher, even, so I'm going through all of the ATA procedures now with Dr. Paul Cornelius and the ATA team here. But even what we have for an MMIN, ATA is requiring a little more.
Okay.
So because this is a totally new, whole different thing. So
anyhow, otherwise it's going on well. Only one or two things today morning about orality and the earlier days, what BILD they gave a concept philosophy was English need not be the only criteria for assessing your competency or your performance. You can do it in your own respective languages, and so to that extent we'll develop more associate faculties. You said 6 now. I'm glad. I was only thinking 2, 3. Now at least 6 are there. But then in the next 5, 10 years, if we don't make it to 60 or 600, then for the big scaling that we are thinking about in India, it may not be practically applicable with few associate faculties. So BILD has to invest in developing more associate faculties in the next 4, 5 years. That's what my implementation.
BILD can invest into, they are really willing to invest into associate faculty if someone has actually posted it. So it all begins with if they finished X course and got 3 green tick marks. So we are not at that level itself.
I agree. Like I was hoping, like, a guy kind of style of a short innings, 2, 3 weeks, instead of going out of the country. Within this country, we can choose some of these friends who can be equipped as associate faculty. We can take the resource centers like SIAX or any other college would be like to do that. They'll have a library facilities. They have to sacrifice a little bit, go outside of their own regular busy work, give a kind of a focused 1 or 2 months, 3 months training, so that at least they, as you rightly said, they can fulfill that seaman level. And then once they finish that seaman level, from among them we can find more of associate faculty at the linguistic level, ethnic level, not ethnic, linguistic level. If we begin that, our real purpose of that Christ-like leadership, multiplication churches will take place. Otherwise, it is only limited to those few of us who can only express in English or read those guys, which doesn't mean anything to me sometimes.
There is a lot of things to do, Uncle.
Yeah.
One, I think we have taken we have not even taken the first step. We have taken.
I'll stop here. I think a lot of things to think, but then anyhow, keep thinking, you young people, and then yourself, you got access. Come up with some solution. Yeah.
I think whatever you're sharing is valid and very important for us to the thought process. I think as we increase our implementers meetings.
Yeah, I like to see we move one step further of this conference. At least it cannot happen overnight. I'm aware, but we can take a direction with which that we are going.
I think what is being introduced now is what is called as a global resource team. India Global Resource Team.
That's right.
So there's a few of us that are actually trying to shoulder this responsibility so that it's not fully dependent only on Steve, Michael, and Jeff.
Exactly.
So that's what we are actually trying.
And by God's grace, we do have a lot of Steves, a lot of boss here. And only thing is we need to bring them all on the board. Some of them are only spectators. They are only having big questions still.
But the Steve, Jeff, and the Michaels of India are not just doing BILD. They're also doing MVM. They're also doing ECTA. So that's the problem. So it is not just concentration on BILD and the leadership development that BILD is. That's the real challenge that we have, because each of us have to shoulder what is already on our heads in addition to that. But because this is really flowing with the vision that we are also doing, it's not like it's another work that you do. It's part of your work. Nonetheless, the load that we carry is huge. And but the questions that you're asking are the questions that we need to pursue. And
No, I want
please,
to
we
just
continue to pray
let's
for.
keep moving. There may be others. Like I see the one Ben is there. I know him. He's from Bombay, I think, and Dharampal is there. Let them all express. But I just shared my thing. Let us keep going with this thinking process.
Absolutely. Thank you, Anand.
Thank you, brother.
Brother Pramod, do you have any questions?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just little, I will
Yes.
take back. Just you were just telling that, yeah, if anybody want to take ACTS or Pauline course without taking any practicum or a ministry practicum or teaching practicum or life end, they can access. So is it okay to access without taking that?
So, for example, if you just did Acts and you didn't take any other thing, when you finished Acts and you finished on the BILD cloud, there will be a certificate of completion of Acts given to you.
Okay. Then after the ACTS, I can go for Pauline.
Yeah.
Is that?
Do one course at a time.
So just now,
So which cohort are you in?
Ekta cohort.
Ekta.
Part of,
perfect. So you talk to Brother Richard Dinakaran, and he will help you in this.
Sure. Suppose I want to do now Acts practicum without going for ministry practicum or teaching practicum. So shall I go, or it is mandatory to take a practicum, ministry or teaching practicum?
The thing is, I cannot answer that question because I am not your cohort leader.
Okay.
And so you need to discuss that question with Brother Richard Dinakaran. He'll be able to answer that for you.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
You can do just one course also. Nothing wrong in it, and get a certificate just by completing Acts. Also, it's available. But consult with your cohort leader, because again, we are all working as a network together for accomplishing a larger goal. And so what is the vision of your cohort? I don't know. So, but you have the possibility of doing one, just Acts course also you can do. Not that you can't do that. You can do that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Pastor Rakesh Ben, do you have any other questions to answer, or is it?
Yeah, little bit. Mine also question. There is a question also.
Okay.
Regarding the bachelor degree. Basically what's happening now, like in the I will tell you the scenario of Mumbai first. There is many independent churches are there, and the small churches, of course networks are there, that is different, but there's the small churches. So they people got the tag as a pastor. Okay. And they are joining with us for the BILD, but basically they understand the bachelor degree. See, this is the independent pastors, very less, I mean, a few members in the church, but still they call as a pastor. So if we tell them you are getting some course certificate or this, that thing, so they may not satisfy, because they know the one pastor is called the equivalent to bachelor degree. So the straight they ask what about we will learn the course, suppose we will join the BILD, what degree they will get. Of course, I know the BILD is not focusing towards giving the degrees, but just a mutual understanding. So we can tell them, so because while they are the pastor, so maybe we can understand at the bachelor level. But here again, that Antioch school is bachelor level is not qualified. So from the master and doctor, these two level are qualified with the Antioch.
Yeah.
And the bachelor degree required that different part. But in the BILD within itself, certificate, diploma, and the degree course is there. As a bachelor degree is the BILD, not the Antioch.
Yeah.
So now sometime we tells them, okay, you joined the BILD, so we will give the bachelor degree of the BILD.
Okay, but
not
the
Antioch.
bachelor degree of
That's
the
we are
build
pretty sure.
also is
But
there is
yeah,
an issue here. So the issue is we cannot. So that is what ATA also is telling in all of the accreditation. Say a bachelor's degree has a certain level of studies. So if you don't measure up to that, so again there are many Bible colleges who just give bachelor's degree. They call what is called as a degree mill. Degree mill is you're actually giving degrees. So build, if you study with build, everyone should know that there will be a standard. You're not just doing something and you build will give you a bachelor's. That is going to be difficult. That is only difficult. So if we do the 8 courses,
but one of the thing, but one of the thing, after the bachelor, this builds bachelor degree, Antioch can accommodate that student as a master part, as a
no,
master student.
what I am suggesting is we are in discussions with Build on this. Even to have a Indian bachelor degree, that is may not be accredited by Build, but Build and New Life Connect can actually join together and give an Indian bachelor's degree. But even though we give an Indian bachelor's degree, it shouldn't be lesser than a proper bachelor's degree. A bachelor's degree has a value. If not, everyone will be a bachelor's degree. That is also not right. And therefore, if we do all of the courses, Acts, Pauline, Essentials, Leaders, basically all of MN, but not at the MN level, but at the bachelor's level, we still will be able to give a build Bachelor of Ministry. We may not be able to give an Antioch School Beeman, but a build Beeman we can surely give.
Right, very true. And one more thing I want to ask. See, last time, I think so long back we discussed. I mean, Steve conducted the one meeting and they discussed about that ATAs, like the accreditation.
Yes.
So either maybe the pastor Kulu also he said about the Srirampur universities, means they have their own accreditation. So mostly what's happening in India, many Bible colleges, they want to start or they want to run the Bible colleges. So somewhere they require the accreditation. That's why they're taking the permission from the ATA, Asia Theological Association, and they are giving the permission. But ATA itself is not the affiliated with the university Grand Commission. Say example, India government having the education system, all the bachelor's degree plus all the connected with the UGC affiliation. Even the Srirampur University itself is affiliated with the UGC.
Yes.
It comes under the UGC. So if some of the university they are running the course and it is not coming under the UGC, so that is not called the university.
That's true.
So similarly, Srirampur is running. Even the one of the university from the Allahabad, they are also having the same like Srirampur. But this is already that old pattern like the Protestant church. You can say the BD courses like that syllabus they are running. But now here is the new generation. You can see like of course the build program is good. Even the other different Bible colleges also is running the good courses. But how to make this all this program accredited? ATA is also one of the organization, but not the related with the university. No any universities.
So one of the things that we need to understand, ATA is a recognition in the evangelical world. That's all.
Yes.
But not for the government. Not for the government.
Yes.
So
Yes.
ATA is not government degree program. ATA is India. ATA India is recognition of what it is for India and amongst the evangelical churches. That's all.
Right. So then which like suppose the bachelor degree. So like example, you go to the any stream like secular education, any arts degree or science degree or commerce degree or engineering degree, any degree called the bachelor degree called the equivalent, all the bachelor's degree.
Yes.
So similarly, why cannot we see if there is in the church scenario, there is something is happening as a bachelor degree called, so why cannot there is the similar type of accreditation
See, what I'm
like
saying
Sirampur
is,
is there?
we can take a bachelor's degree, we can work on it, but it requires a little bit of effort and a permission from BILD whether we can do a bachelor's degree. But bachelor's degree will not be, it will be as equivalent to a master's degree, because a master's degree is something that they have already done the bachelor's degree. But for the bachelor's degree, we will still have Acts, Pauline, Essentials, and a few more subjects at least.
Right.
So
So
you
can
get,
we consider then as a build? It's called it's itself it says the build university. So can we say that these local pastors they are getting the accreditation from the build university?
we can very clearly say that this degree is from BILD University, not from Antioch School, but from BILD
Right.
University. We can join BILD University. We can surely process that. That's not a problem.
Okay.
But at this stage we have still no permissions. This is the next step that we are thinking, Pastor Rakesh, because
Yes.
when we talk to Jeff, the intent is there. They really want to do it, but we still don't have everything in place. So we can't enroll people for the bachelor's degree today.
Right.
We
Very
still
true.
don't
Very
have
true.
that. We have semen for sure.
Right. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you. If we are done, then I can close this meeting.
Yeah. And what about the today's? If there any evening any meeting because
No,
the
nothing.
time is written from 10 to 5.
10 to 5, we are going to close now. And Danny, what shall we do, Danny? If people are going to come and try, shall we keep the thing on till 5 so that, what is your suggestion, Danny?
I think nobody will join now, I think, because if we want me to keep on, I can keep, but I should answer them also.
Yeah, that is the challenge. Can we put yes,
Chadwick, there has been some kind of I would say different understanding among the participants 10 to 5 because we do not have in between coffee time, tea time, fellowship time and so on. They all have their own work, but can we at least give them some kind of split up time wise what we'll be doing when a little bit more detail internally, so that will help for the next day onwards to plug in.
Actually, today is the first day in on, and so we really wanted to see
I understand. And I'm only telling from tomorrow onwards, if you can say this time is going to be teaching time, like some kind of a schedule.
Absolutely. I think
split up into one hour so that people can plan and to be there, which 1 hour they like to be there.
Yeah, I think 100% that each of the faculty is going to actually do it a little different from me.
Okay.
Everyone needs to be there at 10. 100%.
That is understood. And do we have worship? Did we have worship today?
We didn't have worship on it.
Why not we plan for tomorrow? Because it's not that we only go on some talking and all. Hello, are you there? You are lost.
I'm there.
Yeah. So if you can plan for some good worship for 15-20 minutes, indigenous, we need not think about only that international level, but our Indian or classical maybe even assign. Pardon?
100% we can do
Yeah,
what to
yeah.
and we can include.
So we can plan that 15-20 minutes for that.
Mm.
Then even some church leaders, if you like to be part of it, where they will be able to understand this whole concept. And even I would say, if you give me what do you call some green signal, I can talk to some of these guys also to come in, like Atta guy, Paul, or Shantanu sir. So let them come and see who we are, what is happening, what is wrong in that.
And then I think for if we are going to bring someone apart from us, I would
Pardon?
say if we need someone from
Apart from?
outside us, apart from us, I would still maybe we'll talk to in the implementers meeting on the 14th. Steve will be there. We'll talk, make
Fine,
the
fine. We
decision.
can do that. See, the idea is like just now, Brother Ben told about this so-called accreditation, what is what and all. We have an elaborative meeting with some of these guys. So if we can plan to have at least some exposure, like when they see, they get, oh, mine, oh, they're all involved in it. They're
And
learning like this. So this is the way it goes.
ATA is
So let them
already, ATA is fully aware of what's
Pardon?
happening because ATA is fully aware of what is happening.
Yeah, thank you. So that is one thing. You can make a split up 1 hour or schedule for the day, so that I'm also when you move out of your own office, you can be fully available for this concert. But when you are in the office and trying to set apart the whole time, you need to block some
So
different blocks of time.
basically, people need to set apart 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock now. That is the basic requirement.
That's all, 10 to 12.
10 to 12, the initial thing. After that, if you have anything specific, like today we had Mumbai and for writing a competency, I need more help. All those who want to write second competency, if you need a special coaching, we'll give you special coaching, like that.
Fine. And just one more thought, Ben, I don't know. See, the cloud, they were trying to upload some of the model artifacts and points and all for people to refer.
It is there. It is there.
Yeah, I saw, but then it is not as much as needed for people to refer.
And then where you should refer, I'll tell you where to refer.
Okay. I like to see your thesis also, Brother Chadwick.
Yes, sir. We can.
If that is uploaded.
I can maybe upload it in a portal.
I can quote in my writing that page number 256, Chadwick says like this. I can quote. Yes. I want to quote more of Indian writers than somebody whom I don't know who dead and gone. It doesn't make any impact to me in one way.
Absolutely understandable.
Okay, where do we go?
To build the cloud.
You are taking.
Are you seeing my build the cloud?
No, not that. It's only.
It is still opening. Okay. Let me first open, then open it up so that you don't know my password.
We can make a password for you. Come on. Indian guys are too good in that.
And then you also go into your build cloud.
Yeah, I will do that.
And go to your dashboard. And then.
Just a minute.
You see the dashboard?
Yeah, I'm just getting it. This is your dashboard. I'm coming for mine.
In this, there are 3 quick actions.
Yeah.
Go into implementation pathway.
Okay. Yeah,
then go into use. Yeah. Then use the pathway.
Okay.
So implementation pathway, use the pathway. Under that establishment, you have all all items. So for example, Acts course, teaching practicum, first principle, 1 Acts Pauline. You see these additional tools in it?
Oh, this is a new addition. Sorry, I didn't go through. Thank you. What I saw
So
is
you
the
have
new.
Acts workshop guide, Acts resource user, competency completion guide. You go into the competency completion guide.
And one best practice is like some of our cohort members are not having access to cloud. So maybe we can, is it permitting us to take a small printout from this or no?
No, we are not able to take printouts. But
Why?
actually you are able to. You can actually take it out because you can go out like this. You can email this page.
Okay, okay.
And take the PDF separately. You can.
Fine. So they can at least see in the run system and do that.
Little extra work. So I have taken it out and kept. So in Antioch school, say for example.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. This is very helpful. So before I prepare my cohort for the next time to come, maybe one or two samples I like to help them to go through.
Yeah. So there is good sample. So if you see competency completion guide, you see project example. Acts keys to the establishment expansion of the early church.
Okay, good.
You understand?
Yeah, it's very good. This many stuff were not there before, but maybe I did not look into implementation. This route I did now.
Lot of things that are added into the BILD cloud now. So there is
So now I need to go to implementation path. From there I need to come out. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, then. So these are all our virtual conference sessions today. 132 people.
Fine.
So okay, then. So
yeah. Thank you. It's very helpful.
Thank you. So I'm gonna sign out. Danny, I think we'll sign out, Danny. It's okay. We can close.
Okay, Chadwick.
See you, Anand. Thank you for all your
thank you.
comments. Rakesh, thank you. Dharm Paul, thank you. See you. Brother Edwin, see you, Brother Edwin. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you stop the recording? And then
Okay.